What's going on, Cracker Jacks? How's everybody doing? Gonna get rolling here in a second. I always forget to copy the link first. I always forget to copy the link because I want to share the YouTube link on the Twitter. So hold on while I have to pull up the damn video. So I'm an idiot. It gives me a good idea to see who's in here right away, One downvote already. You sons of guns. You sons of guns. I cannot believe that. We need more upvotes to even out the downvote. Got to do more upvotes to even out the downvote. All right, so let me post this bad boy on the Twitter. Here we go. I love doing this every week. Better viewed on YouTube. Bam. Close out the Twitter. All right, how's everybody doing? Get that nonsense out of here, Ron Swanson. All right. If this is your first time watching this, we do today is offense, tomorrow's defense. We literally go through the all-22 of the sky view, the back view of every offensive play, just so I feel like it's a cool way. I don't need to be perfect on it. We just talk through plays. We see what happens because you learn a lot from watching this. Even if you're not really know what you're looking for, you see things that you would just never see on TV. So, anyways, appreciate everyone in here. What's going on? Dan Veer, Meryl, Sabrina, Mark, Ron Swanson, Kenny Joseph. How good is Jabril Peppers in this defense? I saw a lot of people slandering Peppers because of that last throw. Peppers has been good. Bobby, what do you attribute Justin Herbert's? All right, I'm not going to do whole other teams breakdowns. Hold on. Justin just sent me a text. Oh, my God. We're trash talking other people. So I can't share it. I'm sorry. All right. Let's do this. Let's do this. All right. So we're going to go through all the offensive plays. Let's do this so that Bobby can get better webcams. I need to go just buy a better webcam. I do. Right now I literally use the one on my laptop. So, you just push like the back of my hand. I'm going to talk about the Andrew Thomas stuff, the Paul Alexander after the second drive. We'll probably we'll let people get in here, but let's go through a couple drives and then we'll start talking about that stuff because I know people have been asking me about that all day and I've been wanting to talk about it. All right, let's get into it. And I will remember to share my screen. Sharing screen. Here we go. All right. This is kickoff. People got mad at me because I said I don't watch the Joe Judge special team stuff. I got no use for special teams. If I'm trying to be a coach, I'll look at special teams. But who am I going to evaluate as a special teams player? I really got no use for it. That's why I'm not a big fan of Nate Ebner. I was like, cool, he's awesome at special teams. Now I have to play his ass at linebacker and safety because we're using him on a roster spot. All right, so play one. They motion in Caden Smith, motion Ingram. Just trying to get Ingram involved in the reverse game. What I do like about these is they have evolved their sweeps. That they were... Actually, they did it on a later play. You get Thomas down blocking. Caden out here. Shep doesn't do a great job blocking. But you just get him in space. I feel like that's a decent, really ran play. Gates waiting for people to peel back. Get 7 yards on first down. I can live with that. All right, we got a 2nd and 3. I think this was the play action shot to Slayton, right? Yep. I mean, just watch Slayton and Slay at the top. I mean, he grabs the crap out of him. He grabs him. So I like Jones throwing it to him to get the pass interference call. I think they call it defensive holding because it was before the throw. But if he doesn't hold, you got a nice little shot here. This safety plays over here for some reason. I don't know why the safety shades over here. But you got one-on-one over here. You know it's going to be a penalty. Take a shot. I mean, that ref might not even call the flag if he doesn't throw it there. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Let's see. And I don't see, like, it seemed like they didn't throw a flag till after the play. Let's look at the protection. A max protection, which means you got everyone staying in the block. Dion Lewis does a good job helping out Thomas or Devontae Freeman. That's what running backs are there for, to help. That's why you call max protect. Everyone else does a good job. All right, first down, Giants. I think they run it here, right? Yeah, they run it here. You got Caden Smith as a fullback. They're doubling the back here. That's a good hole right there. They're doubling the back here. Caden Smith does a decent job on the fullback. Hernandez and Thomas combo block to here. It's a nice little hole right there. Freeman hits the hole. It's a nice first down run. It's a nice first down run by the boys. Good stuff there. Now we got a 2nd and 3. Got Tate in motion. Oh, this play. I get the read on this play, but look how close everyone is to the line of scrimmage. And, like, the right decision is made. But every single player is 10 yards from the line of scrimmage, which means you got blitzing coming. They don't play that close unless you got somebody blitzing. Okay, they're not playing. Like, you got to know that somebody's coming out here. They're going to be blitzing, and these guys aren't going to be uncovered, which means you got some kind of zone blitz. Yes, some kind of zone blitz. That should be the telltale right there. And we run slant flats against it. It's like we're playing right into what they want us to do. Now, doesn't mean now because the blitz is coming means you have to get the ball out quick. So I get that. This isn't me saying you need to take a big shot against it. Because Jones makes the correct read and they make a good play on defense. Freeman ends up dropping the ball. But why not be so he can get some yards? They're playing this off coverage. Why not have Ingram come right here? You know what I'm saying? Like, you have all this on the line of scrimmage. You have this guy. You put Ingram on a go. Hell, you might even get lucky and score. But at the very least, it does. You put, instead of doing both slants out here. And this is simple stuff. This is like high school football stuff. Then you have space under here. But because you're running slant flats here, slant flats here, everything's kind of jumbled. This defensive lineman is playing underneath here. They're collapsing on, if you throw the tape, they're collapsing here. You're not going to have the time to hit Shep on it. So, I don't know. Like, I saw some people, because I said, I was like, I don't like this play call. I mean, it's a good defensive play, but I don't like that play call. I just don't. When they take chances, you got to take good chances and take advantage of that. You know what I'm saying? All right, we got a 3rd down and 3. This ends up being a defense. This is a mesh concept. It ends up getting called offensive pass interference, which I don't get. Like, it seems like we're the only team that gets called for these rub routes. Let me watch in the middle of the field. It still doesn't convert because Ingram has to dodge instead of just running underneath. Like he catches it and it ends up being like 4th and 1, which maybe we go for it there, maybe not. But I mean, I wouldn't call that offensive pass interference. I wouldn't. I'm sorry. But anyways, they call it. Let's watch the protection up front. You can live with it. All right, 3rd and 13. I actually have all the 3rd down notes. This one is cover 3 blitz. Oh, yeah. So basically what the Giants are doing is a concept I actually kind of like is Golden Tate is running go. He's running go. He's running a dig. So the go is meant to clear it out. And they blitz with like a cover 3 kind of view. Cover 3 is where it's like you have one corner, 2 corners playing deep, and then the safety playing deep. Jones immediately gets outside the pocket, which if he kind of hangs it, we'll look at the protection. He might have Tate, although this guy is scrambling with him. And Jones just takes the yards. I saw someone on YouTube say in the comments saying maybe you thread that in. That's a risky ass throw. I don't know. But he goes to see if he gets the first down. It gets, you have 4th and 2 after that. So it's like maybe you go for it, but I don't know. Like I said, they blitz. So like they pick it up pretty well, Like they pick it up pretty good. So I don't think Jones needed to bail out right away. But I also don't totally blame him, I don't know. That was probably like the one, like first, like third, like I did a whole video on the third downs. That was probably the only third down where I was kind of like, wish we could have, like, where we executed, I don't think very well. All right, so second drive of the game. Let's see what happens here. All right. So you got 2 high safeties. Jones are making their calls. Bam. Safety rolls down. You got a safety in the middle of the field. You got him playing off. You got tight coverage right here. This safety, look how far he's shaded over. I love this. You got Ingram. Ingram and Slayton are occupying this safety. Shepard is going to run a curl to make sure this corner stays with him. And then you just take a chance. Jones puts a perfectly placed ball on Golden Tate. Perfectly placed ball. Take those chances. When you see teams give you these opportunities, take these chances. It's honestly worked for the Giants when they've done this stuff. It really has. When they've given Slayton a chance on, like, whenever a team tell teams like, hey, when you play press man on us, we're going to take a shot. So just be ready for that shot. And he gets the yak. Good stuff. Let's look at the protection up front. Good blitz pickup. That's a pocket right there. That's a pocket. It's a little clustered, but you live with that. Get a nice pocket for Jones to throw that ball. Beautiful. Touchdown, New York Giants. Touchdown, New York Giants. The first touchdown of the year, not to Darius Slayton. Love it. Do that kind of stuff more often. And they did do it later in the game. All right. Let's answer this. Let's talk about this. Paul Alexander, who did some combine training with Andrew Thomas, says they're not teaching Andrew Thomas the right techniques. What do you think? They are trying to fix Andrew Thomas's mistake. So because Andrew, he talked about how he used his hands. I get that, but this is the NFL. So some of the stuff that Thomas did, like week 1, was the same stuff he did in college, and he dominated Bud Dupree. But then teams saw what Thomas is doing, and then they adjusted, realizing he punches a little too early. He oversets. He leans. So some of the new stuff, like Paul Alexander's, like they got him punching like a machine gun, which is like this, like punching. And we've talked about it on the Thomas breakdowns. That is to force Thomas from going like this and getting ripped. So the reason and like using his hands in different ways. The reason they're doing that is to stop him from making the mistakes that he's making. It's forcing him to play upright. It's forcing him to play upright and to bend at the hips and not or bend at the knees and not the hips. So I get what he's saying. It's like it's not the stuff he's most comfortable for, but they're trying to get, like take care of the, like fix some of his mistakes. So I'm not sold on Colombo. Like this isn't me backing Colombo, but I get what Paul Alexander is saying. Like he's not super comfortable in all this stuff yet, but this is rookie ball. That's what rookie ball is. Thomas has been very good at run blocking, right? Yes, he has. He's a mauler. Has Danny been making the correct reads? Yeah, for the most part. I mean, even look at his interceptions and see, like, the only one where it's like, oh, he had a bad read was the 49ers one at the end of the half where he threw the Y stick to Ingram and Fred Warner undercut it. That was really the only one that was a bad read. Even the Rams one, which was a horrible decision, it wasn't a bad read. He should have like it was a horrible decision because he should have just ran forward. But the read was fine. He just put the ball like inaccurately to the left of him, and I think that was his worst. Like CPOE, which I don't get into analytics too much, that was his worst game accuracy wise. Besides that, his accuracy has been better this year than last year. So he's been making the right reads. It's the this asset. Panda says Jones needs audible power. I've seen him kill one play this year, and it was a kill. Now it's been more than that, but I do think there should be. He's smart enough to audible plays. Give him more audible play. I agree with there. Joseph Clark, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Do you feel better with Garrett as season goes on? This game, we'll talk about Ingram as the late game goes on. I like the way he used Ingram. Now, Ingram let us down, but the way he used Ingram in this game was the way that, I mean, honestly, everyone's been calling for. And the drops were there, but like overall production, like it opened things up. So we'll talk about some stuff. Now, this doesn't mean I'm cool with Garrett. I'm still kind of like it would have to be a very big turnaround, like consistently throughout the season. But if there was one game where I felt good about Garrett, it was this game. Like the Dallas game where we put up points, I didn't feel good about Garrett. But this game, I don't really have any I don't have any big complaints about Garrett. I'm not like thrilled. It's not innovating stuff, which is what I want. But I'm not down on Garrett after this single game. Is my mouse, I think, is bigger for this. I know it sucks these live videos, but maybe I should just remove my face from it. I mean, is that something maybe I should do? I don't know. I'll remove my face from these next ones and we'll see how it does because it's hard with these live videos. But my mouse is as big as it possibly can be. Those D champs are working and have been working because Jones is accurate. That is why Garrett needs design plays where Jones is getting the ball out faster. Agree. I still think we need to find a new offensive coordinator. Could Thomas be Tyron Smith in 2 years? Absolutely. Tyron Smith played right tackle. Garrett actually talked about that. Absolutely. I think here's where I'll like Thomas is playing rookie ball. Where the frustration should be is that like, hey, like Wills has looked pretty good. Even though Wills has given up, I think the second most sacks in the NFL, believe it or not. And Becton has been out. I'm gonna actually watch Becton right after this. The comparison video will be like, Becton wasn't playing, but I like Becton a lot more than I did after the draft. Let's see. I think you can get a good read of who Thomas is after the first 4 games of next year. So yeah. I'm a large supporter in Thomas. I have all the confidence maybe the season to wear on him or did on Thursday. Yeah, and I actually just posted a tweet because people are like, he's worse than Solder. He's honestly a clear upgrade over Solder. Like, I would pull my hair out of Solder, and that guy was a vet. That guy was the highest paid tackle in the NFL. He is a clear upgrade over to Solder. Watch it to some of the stuff the Eagles did. Go look at my Twitter. I just quote tweeted a video that came up of Solder against Derek Barnett versus the Eagles. And this was stuff that happened to Solder all year long. And honestly, against worse pass rushers. Against the pass rushers we face, and it's still good. We got JPP and Shaq Barrett this upcoming week. It honestly is brutal. It seems like we're playing like the top 8 through 8 games. It seems like we've faced the top 8 pass rushers. It's unreal. Would it be bad to fire Garrett and force Jones? No. It would be bad to not fire someone that we don't think is good for the sake of familiarity. That's what I'll say. A good offensive coordinator could come in and simplify stuff early and then open it up. I mean, hell, look at Stefanski with the Browns. I know that they've had 2 bad games against really good teams, but that offense has looked a hell of a lot better than ours. All right, let's get into the next 2 drives. I'm going to try it with I'm going to try it with full screen. Let's see what happens. See, even that's not that very big. All right, I'm gonna do it with my face because that doesn't even full screen it. I'm gonna have to do the face thing. All right, here we go. Yeah, let's do this. Actually, no, it does. All right, I'm doing the full screen thing. Sorry. Here we go. All right, second quarter. Giants get the ball. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3 drives before the half. We'll get all 3 of these drives in before I stop the video. All right, this is simple. This is a design play. These wide receivers are blocking. They get Ingram involved. Teams have seemed to sniff this stuff out against us. Protection doesn't matter on this play. The ball comes out immediately. 2nd and 5. Got a 2x2 set. Play action. This is an RPO. This was the one that came out of Jones' hands weird. It was simply he didn't want to throw that. So he tried to pull it back in. Like, it's the right decision to pull it. Because, I mean, look at Lewis right here. Like, you know, it'll be a negative gain. It's the right decision to pull it and throw the RPO. But he sees there and he realizes, like, hey, that might end up being an interception. Teams have been seeing us do this. So there might need to be something new wrinkled into our RPO game. I know it's not the easiest thing to do, but he pulled this and ended up being an incomplete pass. Luckily, it wasn't a fumble. Let's one. Like I said, this was the right decision. I mean, it ends up, you know, it would have been a negative gain if he hands the ball off. Sometimes defenses make good plays. 3rd and 5. Okay, I love this. This play is actually the play that was ran on the last 3rd down of the game. If you watch my 3rd down Jones breakdown, you know, we're not going to spend as much time on it. But basically, it is Ingram fade, Shepard whip, which means it's a fake slant and then popping back out. Darius Slayton's running a dig over the middle, and then Tate on the slant. Basically, you're reading for, like, if he bails out, you probably have Slayton on this. But what ends up happening? They're playing off coverage. He plays deep. These guys go for the slant. You got Shepard wide open for a dig or for the whip. First down. They brought a cornerback blitz on this play, I think. Nope. Hernandez did a bad job picking up the stunt on this one. Now, it's a long developing stunt. Like, this is where the stunt starts. So a lot of times you see stunts get there, but the ball's already out. So it's kind of like you as a defensive coordinator, like, hey, I know this will take a little longer there, but if we're able to cover decently, it'll get there. But Thomas is off here. You got to, you know, he does a pretty good job of trying to get Hernandez off. Hernandez just doesn't get off quick enough. That's on Hernandez. I think that happened one other time in this game too. Nonetheless, first down, New York Giants. All right. Got 2 tight ends set. Play action. Screen. I mean, they just read. Fletcher Cox just reads. And he just sees Gallman. He's like, oh, okay. This is what we're doing. These guys just left me unblocked. If he doesn't read that, you might have yourself a nice little screen there. Because he cuts there. I don't know. Nonetheless, it doesn't work. No, he was 2nd and 14. Don't we love 2nd and 14, guys? A 2x2 set. 2 high safeties. One of the very rare times that they ran a cover 2 on defense. This is a good read. This is a harder throw than it looks. It's cover 2. The Eagles don't run a lot of cover 2. It's a lot of cover 3. Why I say cover 2 is these have 2 deep halves of the safeties. It's a Tampa 2 because this linebacker is dropping out middle, and then you have the underneath coverage. And I like this. These are routes working off of one another. So let's watch it. Shepard is going to run an end route, But he plays it in enough to where this cornerback who has... So this corner and this safety have to play this area. They are playing this area. He's protecting deep. He's protecting shallow. But he plays with his instincts and plays the slant. And you got Ingram on the corner. Jones puts it on him. That's a harder throw than people realize. Like, that used to be like a forbidden throw in the NFL. Now teams have realized, like, hey, we have to we have to attack this cover too. Good protection. That's a beautiful throw and catch. Beautiful throw and catch. Routes working off of one another. That's where it's like, oh, like it's, you know, one read. It's like, yeah, but it's one read off of like 3 players. All right, got a 3-by-1 set. Little RPO action. Let's watch it from this angle. He's reading this guy. He bangs down. Fleming doesn't really get off. Tries to do the juke. Gets a few yards out of it. I think we'll come back to that play later in the game. All right, 2nd and 7. 3 tight ends. Looks like a max protect. Max protect, which means it's a 2-man route. Bam, bam. They run. This corner comes in on it. That's smart play by the cornerback. You take a chance, realize there's no one in the flats. Good defense. Not the greatest of play calls, but it is what it is. What I don't get is that you have Caden Smith and Evan Ingram blocking and releasing into the same area. You know? Like, look, they're in the same area. And look at all this hole. So one of them, I'm not even saying you have to turn. I'm not even saying Ingram, like Jones needs to turn across his body and throw it across the field. But it clears out a defender. It clears this guy out. You know what I'm saying? Clears somebody out. I bet it wasn't drawn up that way, though. So that's not even me getting on Garrett. All right, we have a 3rd down. Oh, is this the interception? Yes, this is the interception. I believe it is. Yes, this is the interception. So let's look at it from this angle, actually. You have 5 blockers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, let's look. So you have 6 on 5. You have both the inside linebackers and the A-gap. Teams have been doing this against us all year. Now, it looks like it could be a cover 0 because there's no safety deep. You have man, 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 man. So Jones kind of realizes the ball probably going to have to come out quick. And you see it, like there is no thought to this throw. This is a get the ball out now. Even though these guys have been popping out against the Giants, which they do on this play, the ball is get out quick. And it's a 3rd and 7. And look where you're on the field. So maybe they knew that, like, hey, we're going to go for on this 4th down if we get it. Like, so, like, it isn't an all or nothing play. Those guys are going to pop out, though. So it's only a 4-man rush, and it's a man under. It's a man under. Now, these guys are going deep for a clear out, and, you know, Tate has the out route. But like I said, the ball is being thrown. The ball snapped and thrown. And Ingram just drops it. Pops it up, an interception. If he catches that, the ball is probably right here, and you got yourself a 4th and 3. But the ball gets intercepted. Let's watch it from here. The Giants also had a slide protection called. Because you notice how Thomas doesn't go out here? This is a slide protection call. Because, and what it means slide is it's a slide right. So they have bam, 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 bam. All slide down a gap. All protecting to their right. Now Thomas has the head up. But if they blitz all this guy was supposed to be a free rusher. So what I do like about Thomas is that he does come off of this and block here, but the ball, like I said, watch, snap, throw. This was a pre-snap read. This is kind of what Garrett's offense is. There's a lot of pre-snap read. When you snap the ball, you should know where you're going for the most part. Which give credit to Jones for, because he kind of like he grasps that, he knows he understands where the ball's supposed to go. And that's why we were talking about earlier. It's like even the interceptions, it's not like bad reads. Like this year, he hasn't had the ball should have went here and it's not there. So all right, let's hit this. All right, yeah, we got 2 more drives of the half. Here we go. Got 2 tight ends, a running back. It's going to be a max protection, which means they're keeping both tight ends and the running back in. Play action. Max protect. You got 2 on 3. They're blitzing. This is what you call this for. So you got 2 on 3. The safety's playing deep. You trust Shepard's going to make that cut. Good stuff. I mean, look at where Shepard is when the ball is. Let me pause it. Sorry. Like I said, play action. Now he's reading. Shepard hasn't made his cut. Trusting your guy. Good stuff. Good timing. Let's look at the protection up front. You got Parrott in at right tackle, which we'll talk about him in a second. Not the greatest protection. Man, if they didn't have that safety playing deep, like say this safety goes to help Slayton over the top, this would have been a touchdown for Shep. Just be a little faster there, Sheppy. Can't be mad though. 29-yard pass. Good stuff. Ran the ball. Didn't really run the ball a ton. Let's watch this. Thomas is clubbing out here. Gates and Hernandez, dude, just moving dudes. These guys, when they double, they move people. I love it. To this linebacker, they're doubling to here. I mean, that's a hole right there. Thomas does a good job clubbing this guy. Gates doesn't like this. Okay, so like you look at this from the eye, like Gates is trying to wall this guy out. He's expecting the hole to be here. So honestly, this is more on Zeitler than it is Gates. Like Gates guy makes the tackle, but that's more on Zeitler. But that's running the ball in the NFL. Positive gain. What's it mean? That was first down. Or no, that was second down. So first down. I don't know. I think this thing might be wrong. All right, I got 2 tight ends. Oh, this was a sack. Let's see what happened on the front end, though. Let's watch Thomas. Gets beat by that spin. Hips not square. Leans. Right foot hangs. Right foot hinges instead of powers down. Sack. Now, let's watch this. I want you guys to watch this very closely. Let's watch right tackle Matt Parrott, his only series where he played right tackle. I just want you guys to watch this. This is what I said last week, like, let's relax on Matt Parrott. He opens up his hips immediately. I mean, the ball just gets, Jones has caught the snap, and his hips are all the way immediately. So it looks great because there's no one's ever going to move inside, get inside of this guy. But this match with him not punching and catching, he catches instead of punches. I mean, look at the angle. Look at the path to the quarterback. I mean, that's what you live for as a defensive end. This is why I said let's relax on Pear. They had no film of this guy. They had no film of that guy last week against Washington. So let's relax on the Pear stuff. 3rd and 17. This is basically a fake play. It's just 3rd and 17. We're giving up. Throw the ball. Everyone else blocked. Maybe something crazy could happen. It doesn't happen. All right, 2 more plays before the half. We get we get to watch the Dion Lewis fumble. Isn't that fantastic? All right, 3-by-1 set. Got a deep high safety. I think Jones is just getting rid of this ball. All curls. This is why it's like I hate this. All curls, 4 curls. There's no reading a defense when everyone breaks at the same time. It's just hope like whichever guys you throw to, hopefully he's like you plan on throwing to is open. Good protection, honestly, for the most part. Like Hernandez gets beat a little bit in the inside, but that's enough time to run a decent play. All right. Fumbles. And let's not forget that Fleming totally whiffs on this dude. Totally whiffs on that. I mean, just a bad play. Bad ran play by everybody. All right, that's halftime. Let's talk with the chat. Yeah, let me go. Where do we end off? I don't. I actually had a full-blown war with PFF last year. People forget. I don't use any PFF grades. Honestly, their stats aren't great either. Their sack. I went and showed a sack that Jedrick Wills gave up last week, and they don't have it as a sack. So I don't trust PFF on like not anything that's not clear-cut concrete. I don't trust PFF. Pro Football Reference does a better job. Here we go. Do you like the use of the reserve to Ingram, and should we use Wayne Gallman more? Yeah, I'm all for using Wayne Gallman more. And I was a Wayne Gallman hater for a long time. I was a Wayne Gallman for the last few years. But you know what? Let him, if he's the one who consistently gets runs and makes cuts in the hole. So give Gallman some totes, and we don't even know what's happening with Freeman. Let's see. Daniel Jones comeback versus Bucks part 2 next week. People forget. Let's see. Let's see. Let me go through this chat. Oh, by the way, does it look better when I do the full screen like I was just doing compared to where my face on the side? Please let me know because I want to do whatever's better. Sometimes I have to tell people though too. It's like if you're watching this on your phone, it's going to be hard to watch. Honestly, you can do it, but it's not going to be the easiest watch. Oh, fix the O-line. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate it, Mr. O-line. I like how you show Chalmers trying to improve his techniques. If he can't progress, is a move to guard next step. No. You give him this whole year at left tackle. You assess after the end of the year. You see what he looks like at next year, which I would assume would be at left tackle. 4 games in, you think about moving him to right tackle. He could be a good guard. He would be a good guard. But no, we need to – I get that other rookie tackles are doing good, but we need to give this guy his chance. But I thank you for the donation. I truly appreciate that. Let's see. Do you think we should have ran more first half? No, not necessarily. Did you see Tampa versus the run? It's scary. I see them versus the pass. They're beasts. Devin White's a monster. I think I'm going to start doing some breakdowns of the opposing team going into games. Okay, so you guys like it without the face. I know you guys like looking at me, but it is what it is. We just have to deal with it. I'm going to check Twitter real quick and give me some checks. So I posted about Nate Solder, like I said. 20-plus noties. Ooh, that's not good. Means I use... All right, let's. What do we got? What do we got? See, people think that like Solder, at least Solder got a piece of him. I'm going to show you guys this clip in a second. Hold on. That's a fact. All right, so I'm going to show you guys this. Sorry, this is not me. I'm going to show you this. Hold on. Share screen. Come on, get in full screen. Watch this. The Soldier did this constantly. Someone said at least Soldier got a piece of him. Shut the hell up. I mean, come on. And this was not like a one-off play. Soldier would get help and he would screw up. People tripping. Someone said, I'm not going to reply. I can get annoyed by Twitter replies easily. I'm bad at that. All right. So what's everyone saying in the chat? You guys see that play? You guys see that play? Boy. All right. Let's start the second half. That's a fact. Close out Twitter. All right, third quarter, we get the ball to start the half. So let's see how many drives we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so we're going to go through the whole third quarter. Giants run the ball on first down. Motion in Caden as a fullback. Doubling. Honestly, this is blocked pretty well. They'd have a free man. That's blocked pretty well. Only gained 2 yards, but that play was blocked well. I know it only gained 2 yards, but when they have an extra man, and that happens. All right, we got 2nd and 8, 2 by 2. What that means, two receivers by 2 receivers. Zone blitz. Let's see what Jones gets. I think this is the play that Jones. Oh, this is. We'll talk about the protection in a second, but let's see. This guy blitzes. These two pop out. And again, it's like everyone's playing close to the line of scrimmage, and we run these little cutesy short route. Like it you know. Now, we actually tried to run some double routes against this, but they're playing so off. Like, watch. Try to do a double. You really can't see how that would have worked because they got there really quick. And this was the first time this happened where Thomas screwed up a stunt that led to a sack. Everything else has just been him getting beat. But he passes it off well. But what he's expecting is for him to loop around. He doesn't loop around. He goes into coverage. Bam. Sack. Misses the stunt. All right, now we got a 3rd and 15. Okay, again, it's very similar to what we've been running. Tate is going to clear out. Shep is going to run a dig. You're hoping to have Shepard on the dig. Slayton's running a 12-yard out, but it's 3rd and 15, so they're playing with a lot of cushion. He throws it to Slayton because he sees he's playing deep. They're playing under, so that dig's not going to be there. Ingram's got the out. They're playing that and man. I mean, they just played soft man. It was 3rd and 15. That's usually going to work. Protection. Can live with all that. All right, 4th down. We punted. Where are we at? Where are we at? Am I on the right? Freaking. Oh, that's fourth quarter. All right, I got a 3 and out here. Let's see what happens. I think we hands it off here. We do. Let's watch it. All right, so let's look at the run front. We've got 6 blockers. So let's see how they have the gaps filled. And I explained this last week, but let's do it again. Which gaps are spaces between players. So on a run play, there should be one open gap. There should be one open gap. Now, sometimes you just got to go against it, but nonetheless, you have one open gap. So gap filled, gap, and then the gaps are the center, A gap, B gap, C gap, and then same for the other side. So D gap filled, C gap filled, B gap filled. Let's me play it for a second. Jerry's going to fill this backside A gap. He's got the A gap, B gap, C gap. So I bet you that he jumps in here, and then he either jumps in here or he either jumps in here. Let's see what happens. But they have every gap filled because they have 7 guys versus 6. Okay. Let's see how they do it. So it looks like they actually bump everyone in here down, and then he loops around. Hernandez just has a bad job here. But he's the free rusher. So even if Hernandez does a good job, that play ends up getting screwed. All right, 2nd and 11. Gotta love that, right? Got a 2x2 set. They're blitzing. Slant flat. This was the play where Freeman got blown up and got the holding. Jones gets hit as he throws and sails it. He's got Slayton. Slayton might end up dying if this play happens the right way. I mean, look at I get you have to run slant flats, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 guys all playing relatively shallow. So you got to force it in there. Let's just watch everyone else. I mean, they pick it up the right way. Just watch Freeman just bam. I mean, everyone else has great protection on this. And then Freeman just gets wham, dude. Jones goes down violently. Not good. All right, 3rd and 11. Got a max protection. Again, this is something that they've been doing. They had some success earlier in the year on it, so this is something Garrett likes to come back. He's going deep, simply to clear out. You're almost never throwing this, and he's coming on a dig, which is basically a deep in route. You're hoping for him to find a hole in the zone. You have max protect. You have 8 guys blocking. Jones is maneuvering the pocket. Right here, you can make that throw. You have the guy playing underneath. You have this. It's a tight throw. But if he released the ball right there, you may have had something. And then it just becomes a dance. And the play's dead. 3rd and 11, Giants punt. All right. Here we go. There we go. Here's a fun play. Here's a fun play. I like this shift because of what happens. So you got 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers, safety playing to this side. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4. Basically 8 guys in the box. I know he's not up in the box, but 8 guys in the box, them playing down here. And a little read option off of 55. 55 plays down, and you got 1 blocker. 1 blocker. I mean, they sell the crap out of this, dude. Look, everyone's over here. Everyone's over here. And he's fast. The fastest QB since 2018. And then right there, he starts stumbling. I like that he gets up and got himself an extra 5 yards. God, I wish he would have just scored there. I know we ended up scoring, so it doesn't matter. But damn. Now we have to deal with him being a meme and doing the stumbling thing. And 80-yard run, though, which is beautiful. Oh, boy. I mean, let's just watch it in full speed, how everyone bites on this. Bam. Good job by Caden on that. Let's make sure and seal that. Whew. 80 yards, though. Hey, if you said before the play we're going to get 80 yards on this, you sign up for it, right? Oh yeah, this is the little pitch. I don't like doing this stuff when it's and goal to go. I'm just not a big fan of trying this stuff. I guess sometimes it works and you score a touchdown, it looks brilliant. But I just am not a fan of doing this cute stuff around here. I mean, it's just less space to work with. You got 7, 8. He's going to motion over. You have this safety coming over the top. You got to trust, Shepard to make a block. Just not a big fan of doing this cutesy stuff out here. Fleming doesn't do a great job. I'm not a huge fan of that. And I don't think that's me playing the result too. I've been pretty consistent on that. Nice little RPO here. This is how this I'll give Garrett credit on this. You know how they were jumping on this? They're jumping on this. Instead of slanting, Shepard sits on it. They're going to play that far off. Play into it. Sits into it. This ends up being a defensive pass interference. I don't love this because you're not even looking to the side. Now, Slayton, he gets collapsed on these 3 guys. He's bringing him out. They just played man coverage. And it ends up being defensive pass interference. But I'm just not a big fan of trusting Ingram in that situation. We've seen that get popped up. Like I said, it ends up being a defensive pass interference. But boy, that's dangerous, especially on 3rd down. But anyways, defensive pass interference, we get a 1st down. 1st and goal with the 1. Let's watch the big boys move some people. Hey, I mean, they started. Look, they moved people. I like that. They all just went down that line of scrimmage, and they moved them. So now you got your fullback, Penny, who was retweeting people saying good things about him after a crushing loss, but nonetheless, people were praising him for that. I mean, I don't think Penny's a good fullback. I think we should invest in a fullback. Ben Mason from Michigan. I think we should draft him in the 6th round if he's there. He may not even be there, though. This isn't like some shtick. I don't know why teams don't invest in getting a real deal fullback. Not a converted tailback. Not a converted tight end. Not a guy who's going to having a bunch of receiving yards. Just someone who can block the crap out of somebody. The 49ers do it, and look how how involved Juszczyk is in that run game. People laughed at them for paying a fullback $4 million. It's been worth it for them. 1st down run. Next series. Hernandez pulling. Fleming totally blows this whole play up. Fleming, if you're going to block him, you got to wash his ass down. You even have help from Zeitler. You need to just down block him. But he catches, turns it out, and just blows the whole thing up. Nothing else matters at that point. Because Fletcher Cox has blown that play up. I get that this ain't good blocking out here by the tight end, but Fleming blows that play up. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. Let's rewatch this play. Baldy pointed this out. My bad. Now Fleming still does screw this up. Watch what this was supposed to be. Watch tape. I think this was supposed to be a reverse. Well, Baldy did. Baldy pointed this out. I didn't notice this. But if they pitch this, Gallman can't pitch it because Fleming screws it up. Fleming screws it up. But you got Thomas out here ready. Like, I hope y'all notice this is a reverse. I'm going to wreck your ass. You got Gates lead blocking. You got him as a diversion out here and then turn that into a block. Hell, you know Daniel Jones will lead block. We've seen his ass do it 8 times. You see Golden Tate. What the hell? Come on. Come on. My God. What are we doing, man? That's how one guy can screw up a play. One guy. All it takes is one guy to screw up a play. 2nd and 12. 2x2 sets, which is the running back. Again, this was a design play. I feel like our receivers haven't shown to be good enough blockers to do this. And the fact that he plays like as soon as the running back comes out, he's jetting out of there. But this is a design play because of the way that these guys are just blocking. Now we have a 3rd and long. 3rd and 12. I have notes on this somewhere. Where are they? 3rd and 12. We've got a double A gap blitz. This cornerback is blitzing. One of these guys is going to pop out. I think this defensive end pops out. Again, we've seen them run this concept where he's going, he's digging, he's looking to get underneath. And then Slayton should have a go route against this. I get that they have 2 high safeties and it's 3rd and long, but Slayton should have a go route against this. Now this corner blitzes. And then Ingram is a 4-yard out. So now this is a play where it's 3rd down, doesn't get converted. But I will say this is a play last year where Jones gets sacked and Hale probably gave up a fumble because he was too busy worried on these guys. And this is where Jones has gotten better and where I think a second year in Shermer's offense would have done him well. Because, and not every game, but like, for example, the Arizona game, he would have been locked in. He would have seen that this was going to be open. He would have been locked in on this. He would have been locked on this, but he realized he has the corner blitz, and he gets the underneath on Ingram. So it's not a 1st down, but that's a lot better from being a fumble, you know? And I think that's where he has progressed, and that's what I was excited for, but we've kind of totally changed this offense. I said, this is just a overloading one side. And then Evan Ingram's doing his best job to try and break his freaking back. All right, and then we end up punting. All right, so we have 2 more drives in the 4th quarter. Both are scores, but let's talk with the chat, see what's going on. All right. Here we go. Go Bills. What are Bills fans doing in here for? I mean, I welcome you, but I don't feel like I've done. Actually, I did do a Josh Allen video earlier in the year. So, Shudder and Remmers wasn't much better either. Remmers was better than Cam Fleming. People's like pointed out, it's like, oh, Shoulder and Remmers have the most like sacks allowed. But that I always bring up this analogy that was like when Trace McGrady and Juwan Howard were the leading scoring duo in the NBA. It wasn't because Juwan Howard. It was because Trace McGrady. So I thought Remmers was pretty good for what his expectations were last year. 82, our best tight end and fullback right now. Need more there. Yeah. Hey, it's going on, Philly Insider Podcast. Yeah. I'm going to show you something on the next drive, and you can bring that back to all your Philly friends. So the second play of the next drive. So I want you, so you better be tweeting them, seeing like, look, it should have been a 9-point swing here. I want Gregory Rousseau, who looks like they don't come around every year, 6'7". Yeah, I don't know a ton of him, but I do like him. Like if I can see myself, like when I get into full draft mode, being like Gregory Rousseau needs to be the pick. Now I'm not sold on him yet. Yeah. Oh, and Philly Insider did an interview with him, so go check that out. Let's see. Run blocking has definitely made strides. It surely has. It definitely has, and that'll be noticeable on this next 2 drives, which we did know. I highlighted the last 2 drives, which we'll go through in the O-line report this week. Here we go. Who is Baldy? Brian Baldinger. He's a former NFL offensive lineman. He's an analyst for the NFL Network. He used to call games. He does film breakdowns. He's awesome. One of my favorite follows on Twitter. People make fun of him because he acts like. I've noticed that people. I try to make these as like watchable. Like I don't want my videos to be like you have to know all this, and that's why I explained like I like to explain simple like stuff that's like kind of simple because I don't like. I'm not trying to impress like people above me. I'm trying to do like relatable content. So, and so people like Baldy does that, and they make fun of him for that. It's like, oh, he embellishes and he says, he gives people nicknames. It's like, yeah, but that he's not trying to impress scouts. Like he's trying to, do cool stuff video. So, his Twitter is @Baldy. Here, I'll just put it in the chat. NFL, I believe. @Baldy NFL. I love the guy. He does good stuff, and he does every game. So you learn stuff from him. Where? Oh, I saw there was a question I wanted to answer. Oh, Juke. Why doesn't Slayton and Jones do more back shoulder plays? I was wondering the same thing today. We should, especially when teams are playing teams are game planning against Slayton. Why not do some more back shoulder stuff? And we've seen them do it once, and it was on that free play, and it worked. I think that was the 49ers game. Sounds like they've developed a lot of chemistry. Yeah, I agree, Juke. Give us some more back shoulder throws. I know they're kind of scary, but do it. The whole NFL, the best NFL passing teams do it. So let's try it out. All right. Let's go through these. Let's see. We're already an hour in, so let's get through these last 2 drives. All right. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A long drive ends up being a touchdown. Now, you better watch this second play, Philly Insider. Giants run the ball to get some space. Get a few. Good fight from Gallman. Let's go through it. Oh, I want you to watch Nick Gates on this. But look, Bam doing their job. It's crowded down here. But let's watch Nick Gates on this. And I get that he's got Hernandez underneath him that falls. Watch Nick Gates. Just buries a dude. And here's what I like most. Watch Nick Gates after the play. Watch this linebacker come over. Nick Gates is on the ground. And he goes to shove a dude. That's good stuff there. I like that from Nick Gates. All right, let's go through this. This is the play action to underneath to Slayton. Good stuff. Good execution. Good execution. Now, but watch this. Everyone does a good job here, but watch Cam Fleming. Cam Fleming doesn't do a good job. Watch. That's a hold. That's a bad hold, too. And look where Jones is. That could have been called a hold and a safety very easily. And instead of us going and doing a 97-yard touchdown drive, it could have been 2 points and the ball to the other team. That could have been really bad. But the NFL, they seem to not call hold. We got screwed on it against Dallas, so Philly gets screwed on it versus us. I'm not going to complain about that one because I'm a Giants fan. All right, first down. Just a simple motion. This is stick flats. I'm not a big fan of this concept, but it's first down. You get the motion. You get Shepard. Get 8 yards. You live with it. protection up front. Good stuff. Like, well, I mean, watch. Oh, this was okay. Watch Hernandez on this play. This is on the O-line report. But you guys have been watching these videos with me all season. All year it's been they're blocking here and they have stunts and they have the stunts. It's been very rarely Nick Gates is one-on-one and has and gets help. Been very rarely. So Hernandez gets the help and just puts it right in his freaking ribs. Bam. We'll watch it in full speed. Just watch Hernandez. Bam. Right in his ribs. Love that. Love that. I got 2nd and 3. 2 tight ends. I think we run the ball here. Yeah, let's check it out. Let's see what. Let me slow it down. This is duo again. They do a great job. These two, like I said, these two move people. They move them here. Zeitler comes off this a little bit late. You got Fleming here, gets beat inside, so not great. But this is running in the NFL. This is what run plays look like for the most part. It's about getting the yards that you can, and that's what Gallman does. So I'm back on the Wayne Gallman train after over 2 years being off the Wayne Gallman train. I think I'm back on it. Like he's been the one guy that makes something out of nothing in this team. Got a play action again, another max protection. Max protection. Thomas gets beat inside. We'll talk about it. But they work here and there, but it's rough. Let's go through the Thomas. Like I said, watch the O-line video. Thomas just opens his hips and gets beat inside. Now, Jones makes a hell of a play out of this. I mean, there's a make it happen play right there. Gets 8 yards out of it. Good stuff there from those two. Making plays. Like it. I like it. 7 yards. I think we end up running here, right? Ingram does a bad job blocking here. So watch it. So I'm going to show you where everyone is going. Bam. They are double teaming in here. Good job. They are all doing their job. They're not blowing anybody off the ball, but they're doing their job. They're opening up gaps. Caden gets inside shoulder of here, but Ingram gets beat inside because he's a tight end, and 2, he's a bad blocking tight end. Well, let's watch this. This is where he has to change his cut because Ingram screws us up. But that's a freaking hole, dude. That is a hole. And it gets screwed up because of a tight end. Gets positive. Turns it into a first down. Because, I mean, good job there. But damn. Wait, not a first down? 3rd and 3? What the hell's going on here? Okay, here. One, I'll show you this. This is basically the same thing that the Giants scored on with Tate. I want to show you this, though. Watch Slayton. Pre-snap. Look, he's pointing. He's like, I got press coverage, dude. Give me a deep ball. So that's where I don't know what Jones' audible ability is. But this is where it's like, give me this fade. Give me this fade. But you have Tate on the fade where he throws to. It's a great throw. Great throw. Perfect throw. Defensive pass interference. Pass interference. Pass interference. It's a great throw. The only defense is pass interference. Get good protection against it. Bam. Like I said, it doesn't, defensive pass interferences are completions. Play action, max protect. You got Slayton hit the soft zone, part of the zone. Jones just kind of, did he get hit on this? Is this Weiss? Let's see where he is when the ball's. Thomas gets beat inside on this. So I guess he does get hit as he's thrown, but still, I'd like to see him complete that. It's a tough throw, but let's watch Thomas on this. Gotta power that right foot down, man. Stop swinging it back like that. Stop swinging that foot back. All right, 2nd and 10. You got stick flats. He's got Gallman. This opens up in the middle. I don't really like this play call. Gallman makes a play, though. Good stuff. I'm not a huge fan of that play call, especially on 2nd and 10. You know. All right, you got 2 tight ends. Run the ball with Lewis. Lewis. I'm surprised they actually played him after he fumbled. But bam, they even get beat right here. But it doesn't matter because you're going this side. Good job walling off. Good job blocking by Caden. Bam, big gain. Big gain down to the 11. Or 13. Try this reverse. Like I said, I don't know why we do this reverse stuff in the red zone. It's like, oh, we're down here. Let's lose some yards. I don't get it. I don't know why we try this stuff in the red zone. Now we have 2nd and 14. He's got off coverage. He's just throwing this. He's throwing the flat. He knows where he's going before the ball. He's got blitz. He's got a blitz coming. One, two, three, four, five, six, 5 blockers. Make a decision, Thomas. When you don't make a decision, this crap happens. Don't try and block 2 people, because that's what happens. Block 1 guy. Leave someone as a free runner, because when you try and block 2 people, you block 0 people. Simple. Got a 3rd and 9. They're both going deep. The read is the corner right here who plays. He's supposed to have the flats. He doesn't play the flats. Shep has this whip route because this corner plays up with here. These guys collapse on here. They're both going to the same spot. It leaves it wide open underneath. 1st down. And my worry is against this call is, what if this guy does play the flats, though? You know? What if this guy does play the flats, and now you have these 2 bailing out, and you're both running into the same spot of the end zone? That's kind of my worry. You know? It works, though, so like I said, can't complain too much. Good protection. 1st down, New York Giants. 1st down. I think this is just a run. Yeah. Read option. Not even horrible blocking. But you're crowded down there. 2nd and 2, RPO. He's going to throw it to Shep or Tate. This is just really good coverage. And this is the only play for Jones right here. Good coverage. Wish we could have a slot guy. We get a little more open than that. But it is what it is. Now we got 3rd and goal. All right, so they're running a switch coverage, which means they're protecting themselves against a rub route. They're protecting from like him running a slant and then him running an out, which would leave, them to get clogged up and him to be wide open. But Garrett, I'll give him credit. He knew that's what they were running. So what he did is he ran what looked like was going to be that. So it looks like it's going to be like they're trying to get a rub route. So he knows these guys are going to switch to defend against that. But he takes this out breaking route and bam, bangs it in. Jones fires it in there. Touchdown. So I'll give Garrett credit. That's a good goal line play. Linebackers and all occupied in the middle of the field. Good stuff there. Touchdown Giants. Touchdown Giants. I got a 10-point lead. 11-point lead. What could go wrong? Everything, Bobby. All right, last drive of the game. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plays. Actually, we do have to go through that last drive. We'll only go through one play. Running the ball. Bam. Everyone blocking. Hole. Yeah, I get you try and play that off him. Hole. Break a tackle. You're not going to tackle me with one arm. First down, Giants. All right, first down, we're going to run the ball again. Bam. Doubling the here. Doubling in there. Hole. Like I said, you're not going to arm tackle me. Stop trying to arm tackle me. First down, Giants. First down again. 3.5 minutes left. We're icing this thing. Gets blocked halfway decently. Get 4 yards. Get 4 yards. You live with that. Or 3 yards. Gonna run the ball again. Gonna run a read option. Graham plays it the right way. He comes and gets it from the backside. It's a good play by Graham right here. Good play by Graham. To not totally sell out on the running back, play it both ways. Wish he would have played in a little more because then Jones would have had a first down. And let's go look at this play. This is a play that they ran earlier in the game on third down, but this time they have man coverage against it. So you have Ingram on a fade, Shepard on a whip route, Slayton on a dig down here, and Tate on a slant. Jones is reading because you see this guy comes and plays down. He is reading this guy and this guy. He says, okay, they're shutting down the dig route. They're shutting down the dig route, which means the fade is there. The fade is there. And it was there. And that's what happens. The game should have been over. The game should have been over. Giants should have been put in field goal range. Or just run the clock out. The game should have been over. Get good protection up front. I want you to see these. Let's watch the offensive line's reaction. Just watch the offensive line. Let's watch these guys. They realize what just happened. All right, let's go. I completely forgot about this part of the game, to be honest. Penalty. Let's just go through the one where there's the fumble. We don't need to see wide open checkdowns. Like I said, they're just playing deep quarters. You know, the ball's fumbled. And there's 25 seconds left at this point. No timeouts. Ball's out at this point. Let's see where he actually gets hit. You're like, he's just got to heave it. Like, where is he supposed to heave it here? That's what he was trying to do. He was trying to heave it instead of just checking it down and gaining, and going to the 34 and having less than 20 seconds left. Let's watch happen. Fleming just gets beat around the edge. Just gets kind of embarrassed. He even has the running back helping. Thomas washes his guy. Hernandez does a good job. Gase and Zeitler do a good job. Gase does a good job helping both those guys. And the Giants fall to 1-6. Instead of being tied for the division lead, the Giants fall to 1-6. And that's how the NFL works, boys and girls. That's how the NFL works, unfortunately. All right, let's answer some questions and get out of here. Do you think Daniel Jones is the franchise quarterback? I do. Please answer this question for me. Why the freaking heck do we get to the line when there's only 9 seconds left? It also allows the defense to react to the snap well. Every other team leads 15-20. Yeah, I also haven't really keyed in on that a ton. You don't really see that with the ALL-22. And in game, there's just so many other things I'm thinking about. So I don't have an answer for you on that. Man, I have been asked this a million times. I have no clue when Xavier McKinney's coming back. I have no clue. I get this question in DM crazy. I don't know. I saw people complaining about the throw that Ingram dropped, and I'm like, are you kidding me? People just hate Jones. I'm not convinced, but geez. Yeah, no, Jones was fine. There's no even really reason to defend him after that game. All right. Any more questions before we roll? It's 8:37. Go a couple more minutes. Any more questions before we roll out? Went a little long. Monday Night Football. So that's probably taking some. Oh, Mark Shannon. Thank you for the donation, Mark. I appreciate it. Jeff Fiegels mentioned earlier this year that DJ tends to overpat the ball. What are your thoughts? He does pat the ball as an unnecessary motion. A lot of guys do it, so it doesn't really bother me. I'd rather him not do it because, like I said, it's unnecessary motion. But also, Jeff Fiegels, he's a character. I'll say that. I'll say Jeff Fiegels, he's a character. But yeah, it's useless motion. It's useless motion. So I would like him to get rid of that, but it's also not like a point of emphasis for me. What do you think about Shep? I think he really effing good against the Eagles. Hopefully he is a difference maker. He's important for this Giants offense. He's the best route runner. He gets the most separation. He is a difference maker. Depends on who, going into this year, I said he was our best wide receiver, and then I changed to Slayton, but I go back and forth. All right, I'm gonna close this out. Appreciate you guys for joining. Thank you for the donations. I really appreciate that. That helps. We'll be back tomorrow for our defensive one. I think Justin's gonna have a video out on the channel tomorrow. I'm gonna work on the offensive tackle video. I'll probably have that out tomorrow. I'll try and get it out tomorrow, probably by 2 or 3. All right, appreciate you guys. Let's be back for the defensive stream tomorrow.